earth, water, air, fire. Spirit, show us the energy so we may ascend higher. On our guides, angels, and ancestors we call to bring us messages for the highest good of all. Okay, and welcome. This is your Psychic Tarot reading for the full moon in Capricorn. Go ahead and take a deep breath and tap into your own intuition, and let's get started. Okay, so we're going to be pulling Oracle and Tarot, but I want to give you the message I got for you in meditation. Okay, so I heard the word quintessential. Okay, so quintessential is like embodying the essence of something, right? The absolute core essence or pure nature of something. Okay, and I thought it was interesting that just word just came in, and I was called to look up the origin of the word, and it was really cool what I found out. Okay, so it has a Latin origin, a Latin phrase meaning fifth essence, okay, or like fifth element. So, we have the four elements: earth, water, air, and fire. And then the ancients, declared the fifth element is ether, or spirit, that makes up the heavens, considered the most purest, the purest, most perfect substance. Okay. So I thought that was super interesting. Okay. So, and it also made me think of The Fifth Element, the movie, and it's like she was the fifth element, right? Okay. And then I heard the song Crossroads by Bone Thugs and Harmony, and it made me think of this symbol that I drew a couple of weeks ago when I was getting a channeled message from Spirit. And it looked like this. I'm just going to show you. See, it looked like this right here. And it's like the message was, it's okay to travel to all of the realms, back to the past and forward to the future, up above, down below, right? As long as you know how to get back home. And home is right here in the center of this, within yourself, in the present moment, right? And I wrote, the power of your creation is in the now. Okay, so this I drew today, just remembering the symbol that I drew. Okay, so after I drew this, I went back in my book and to see what I wrote about that originally, right? And so right here, okay, and I wrote, home is the present, but also intersect at home, omnipresence, God point, the God point. See what I wrote? Okay, so let me get back to my other page here. Yeah, so it's like embodying this within you, right? Pulling it all together to the center, right? Okay, and really realizing that your power of creation is now in the present. Okay, this is where we create, right? This is where we create manifestations and creations into the world, right? Okay, all right, let's go ahead and get some oracle. We're going to get from Time Travelers. Okay, so your power of creation is in the now. All the third cards have been thoroughly shuffled. Yeah, look, your power of creation is in the now. Power. Yes. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, ancient power, right? Yes. Creation, right? The creation of the world, of everything, comes from the present moment. Beautiful. Okay. What do they need to know, please? Okay, and we have stillness. Yeah. Meditating, being in the present moment, receiving messages, right? Downloads from Spirit, right? Being fully present in your body and in your mind to receive those messages. Okay. What else? 37 breaks down to a 10. End of an old cycle, beginning of a new cycle. Okay. And planning. Okay. And these are, like I said, time travelers, Machu Picchu, Peru. Right. Like the planning of these, of civilizations, of life, right? The planning of creation comes from present moment with being one, right? With body, mind, spirit, right? Up above, down below. The wisdom from the past, right? The hopes for the future coming together to make creation, right? To make plans for the future. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. The power of creation. So, you may be in a creative project as well, right? Planning your creative project. Okay, and then we have boundaries, all right? So absolutely, the Great Wall of China. Yeah, so it's like we were saying, right? On the crossroads, right? Knowing the boundaries, not to stay in the past, anxiety or stress about the past, or worry over the future, right? Or down too much in your subconscious. And again, these all work together, right? So having the boundaries, right? Having the boundaries, sitting with yourself, and allowing yourself not to dwell is what I'm trying to say. Not to dwell on the past or the future, right? To use them for wisdom. Beautiful. Right, like the boundaries of creation. Because see too how I wrote this here. This circle here, like the boundaries of creation. Like staying centered. Yes. Other paper there. Okay, what else? One more from Time Travelers. Okay, yes. Absolutely. Life force energy. Yes. In the present moment. Beautiful. The Maasai in Africa. And this is a 23 breaking down to a 5, right? And that's about change. Okay? Beautiful. So making some changes, embracing changes, right? Being more present with yourself, body, mind, spirit, right? And that's how we plan for our future, to stay in these boundaries, right? Creating life force energy. This is beautiful. Okay, we're going to get some from angels and ancestors. And see on here too, it looks like this symbol that I drew, right? And then the center. Oh, and look in the bottom too. Here it is again, right? If we turned it some, right? Still this. It's the same symbol. Yeah. Okay, it says broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. Absolutely. This brings you peace, right? Home. Home. The temple, right? Like you are the temple. Home. That's home, right? This is this right here, present moment, is home, right? Remembering how to get back home here. Beautiful. Okay. Yes, embracing energy of peace. Okay. Spirit, angels, ancestors. What else do they need to know? Okay, yes. And we have shaman, trust in higher forces. And here's that symbol down here below him again. Absolutely. Trusting in the elements, in spirit, and guides, and angels, and ancestors, and yourself, right? in yourself, in your higher self, in your lower self, in your inner child, right? Absolutely. Yes, trust in the higher forces. Yeah. And this coming right underneath this stillness and meditation. Okay. Receiving downloads from spirit. Okay. Using your intuition and psychic abilities. Beautiful. What else do they need to know? Okay, yeah. Snake shed old skin. You guys, this is, I mean, you just can't make this stuff up. I want you to look at this. See how it's coming, crossing in here, and the circle in the middle? Amazing. Yeah, shedding old skin, right? Like we were saying a minute ago about making this decision to let these old habits, old belief systems, things that are no longer serving you, shedding that, right? Yes. Okay. What else do they need to know? Okay, yeah. Air guardian, shift your perception. Absolutely. About sitting in this, right? And that home point, right? The center point is your seat of authority. Yeah. Shifting your perception to understanding present moment is, right? I'm in control of I am in control of my experience, right? I perceive my experience. Yes. And I have the power to create the experience, right? I am creating my experience. Yeah. So shifting your perception to see that you are creating it. You have power. You're powerful. Okay. Could resonate with being a shaman. Let's get one more of these, please. Yes. Peacekeeper. A harmonious resolution is possible. Yes. Embracing, making peace with life. That's what I just got very clearly. I heard that very clearly. It's like making peace with life and accepting what is, right? That it's always working out in our highest favor. And even the hard things we go through are for our highest good, for higher learning, higher wisdom, for evolution, right? For creation, right? Making peace with yourself, the universe, God, even possibly. Okay, spirit. Yes. Life force energy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting for some of you, this is making peace with God. Beautiful. Okay, let's get some from, like I said, peace with God, and we've got Two of Cups holding hands. Yes. You and spirit, your spirit team, your higher self. Absolutely. And this is like the ethers, right? This looks like the ethers right now to me, right? This cup energy, this heart energy, right? This feelings, emotions. Yes. Opening up to partnering with spirit. Absolutely. Partnering with spirit. And like I said, you may be planning your project or creation. Could be a spiritual endeavor, spiritual business, but whatever you're doing, you're partnering with spirit to do it. It's beautiful. Trusting the higher force. Yes. Okay. All right. And we have Four of Pentacles. Okay. And yeah, and fours are important here. We've got the four, we have the four elements, right? And then the crossroads going in four directions. There's also four directions, north, east, south, west, right? So fours are important here. Okay. And fours are about creating a solid foundation. Okay. And it's like, see how she's holding this? Like, this stability within herself is home. Like here, this is home here. Okay. Again, coming here under this meditation, this stillness, right? Shaman. Okay. So understanding that being within yourself in the present moment is home. This creates stability, safety. Okay. Solid foundations. Beautiful. Okay. What else, please? One. Okay. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. Also creates opportunities, right? Yeah. Balance. Being able to balance, right? Balance in the center. See how she's standing in the center in this circle? Like in the symbol I drew? Okay. Balancing in the center, being in center. Yes. Okay. What else, please? Okay, yes. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. This is divinely timed, and this is exactly how it's supposed to go, right? Everything that you've been through in your life has led up to this moment. You know, I think you're really going to find out soon that all of these things that you've been through and experienced are all playing into this creation, right? It's all led up to this, right? And the wheel's turning. This is destined. This is your destiny, right? And again, she's standing on this circle, right? Being centered, going with the flow of the universe. Yes. Yeah. And she's got these dice on her neck, right? So taking divinely inspired chances, rolling the dice. That came out in my last reading. You might want to go check that out. I'll link it in the description box below, okay? And the Wheel of Fortune came out as well, okay? And here's another 10. 10, again, is about, like I said, end of an old cycle, beginning of a new cycle. Coming on here on top of the snake, shedding old skin, okay? Yes. Energy is shifting. Else, please. Okay, yeah. King of Swords. This card came out in our last reading too. So if you're resonating with this, go check that one out after you're done. Again, I'll link it in description. Okay, so King of Swords, right? Being sovereign over your thoughts, right? Being sovereign. And here with these, with the animals in this card, it's reminding me of ancestors here too, guides, okay? All right, helping you, guiding you. Okay, he's sitting on a mountain, seeing from a higher perspective here, right? And it's like you could almost imagine one of those signs in my third eye. I'm seeing one of those signs where you know, especially like up in mountain towns and stuff, it'll be like this way to this town, and then it'll point in a different way, this way to this town, like a crossroads, right? Being sovereign in your thoughts, very intentional in your thoughts here, right? To have like I said earlier, like sitting in this is your seat of power is in this present moment, right? In your thoughts, right? Your thoughts create reality, right? This creation. This is fantastic. Okay, one more from the tarot, please. Yes, very protected and guided. Okay, yeah, and here's the moon showing up for our full moon reading. Okay, so right on point here. And again, you know, the moon is also, you know, the psychic realm, right? Being in this down below and receiving messages, right? And also it's falling here on this life force energy and peacekeeper, right? And we were talking about making peace with yourself, making peace with spirit, making peace with the unknown, right? Like sometimes we just don't know what the answer is or what it's going to be. Making peace with that, okay? And definitely have a very tuned in, very intuitive, very psychic here, shaman energy, like we were saying. Okay, for your final message, I'm going to get one from Divine Masters and read from the book. Okay, on the bottom we have Ishtar, Inner Learnings, Follow Your Heart, Truth Prevails. That's right. Okay. Guides, angels, ancestors, spirit, divine masters. What do they need to know for their final message? Okay, yes. And we have Saint Germain with the violet flame. This one came out a bunch when I was shuffling too. So this is definitely for you, an important message for you. And it says, alchemy, release the old, make way for the new. Yeah, release the old, shed new skin, make way for the new, right? The wheel is turning. Okay. Let's read out of the book for this one. Okay. Okay, here we go. I think. All right, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Okay. All right, let me pause it. Okay, got it. All right, and we have Saint Germain, Violet Flame. Alchemy, release the old, make way for the new. The Count of Saint Germain was an 18th century European adventurer and alchemist. During his life on Earth, it is said that he rubbed shoulders with some of the most elite members of the European society, but his background was shrouded in mystery. He was acknowledged to be a man of miracles because he was a noted alchemist and magician and apparently never aged. He claimed to be over 500 years old, though most likely this was a joke. He was known for giving public demonstrations of magic, illusions, and telepathy, and was probably a member of the Rosicrucian order. Rumor has it that even though he moved in highly influential circles, he probably felt like an outsider because he was an illegitimate child. Thus, from the heavenly realms, he helps those who call on him to find their place in the world. He is also associated with a spiritual energy called the violet flame, which can be invoked to aid transformation. You are a powerful vortex of transmutation and change. Yes, the violet flame of transformation is with you, and all that has felt heavy, overwhelming, and dark is being transformed into opportunities for growth and freedom. Past dramas and traumas are now being cleared from your energy. Wonderful. And if you are concerned about how to move forward, know that willingness is enough and the universe will take care of the rest. Yes, being okay with the unknown. Surrender and release the old, the past, and all that no longer serves you. In order for the new to enter your life, you must make the energetic space to welcome it in. Know that what has happened to you will never define you, and that what you have the ability to surmount all that has held you back. This is a time of alchemy where you take what feels like dread and turn it into gold, or in your case, health, wealth, and loving connections with others. Wow. Yeah. Or in your case, it says that in your case, health, wealth, and loving connections to others. Absolutely. And this is absolutely going so much along with the last couple of readings. So if you tuned in for those, I'm definitely picking up on your energy. And if you are new to the channel or haven't checked those out, I will link my last two videos in the description because the one before that was about alchemy as well. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. This is a beautiful message. I love this. Thank you, guides, angels, ancestors, for helping me deliver this message. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing, leaving me comments, sharing, and all of the beautiful things you do. I love you so much. It means the world to me, more than you know. If this reading resonated with you, then drop a 44, a 1010, or I release the old and am ready for the new. Okay. All right. This is beautiful. I love you. And until next time, peace.